Let's vibe, let's roll, let's get it. Whoa, shawty showing out, throwing on the dance floor. Fashion killer, huh? You don't give a fuck what a nigga gotta say or a bitch. What?
Hey guys, it's Naimahrae and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button and join the fam because we stay litty over here. If you're a returning viewer, hi, how you guys doing on this lovely day? As you guys see, I'm coming with the cozy vibes. One, it's really cold in my apartment. Two, your girl was sick last week, so I'm sorry, I missed you guys. Anywho, as you guys tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be telling you guys like a compilation story time situation of all the bad things that happened in my last apartment. I know I said I was going to make this a series on my channel, but a lot of the stories are way too short to make into like individual videos. So I was like, why not put a little compilation together and just let you guys know the real reason why Ty and I hated our apartment and why we're ready to move out. Okay, I'm not gonna ramble. I'm just gonna go ahead and get into the story. Just know, if I sound a little congested, we're gonna ignore it. We're gonna ignore it. So all of these stories are not in any specific order, but I'm gonna start with the one where fungus was growing in our apartment. Yes, sir. It had I think it was probably during the summertime, and maybe like a week and a half, I had noticed like there was this wet spot in front of like our water heater area. And at first I thought, oh, maybe Ty spilled something. Didn't think much of it. The other times it was so like damp, I guess, that like I just thought that the floor was really cold right there. Like I just didn't know. And the way our apartment was set up, like you had to walk past that area, but it was just like so much through traffic, I wasn't really thinking much of it. So part of it is on me, maybe. When I realized that the carpet was actually wet, I called maintenance. I was like, our carpet is wet in front of, I think our water heater is like leaking or something, like come fix it. Y'all, they took a week and maybe a week and a half to 2 weeks to show up. Mushrooms. Actual literal mushrooms. And I'll insert the video because if I still have it, I will insert it.
We got fungus, y'all, growing in our apartment. What the hell? That is a whole mushroom, y'all. A whole, not even a half of one, a whole mushroom. Look at this buffoonery. It got a little stand and everything.
Deanna, get the one over there.
And there's this one. I don't even really know what's, oh, it's not focused. I don't even really know what this is, but it looks dark and it looks like it could kill us. So there you have it, folks. Let me explain this situation. So our water heater, I don't know really what's going on with it, but this spot specifically has just been wet. It's actually wet right now. They came to look at it and they said, oh shoot, I don't want to put our apartment number on there. Let me just, they said that they'll have the carpet wet vac. That's it. That's all. That's their solution. Just thought I'd document this.
It was just the lack of urgency to come fix it for me. I thought in apartments when there was something wrong with like a water heater or a pipe situation or a toilet, I thought those were like the main like emergency things where like they push you like up to the top. Like who cares about the light bulb that we gotta go change? Like we gotta go get this situated because this could turn into like mold or in this case, fungus. The lady finally comes and she fixes it and then she uses a little machine and like gets the water up, and I was just looking at her like, but is it really getting the water up? Like, is it really gonna get everything to like what's underneath the carpet? Like that's what we need to be worried about is what's underneath. You know what I'm saying? So she came, she did all that, whatever, blah blah blah, right? I ended up having to use bleach to kill the fungus because they didn't care about it. I even asked them, I called and asked, and I was like, so like what are we supposed to do about that? And they was like, oh, well, we'll have somebody come look at it. They never had anybody come look at it. So I ended up just spraying it with bleach because I Googled it. And I was just hoping and praying that Ty and I didn't get like sick or anything because y'all, it was a mushroom. It was an actual mushroom in our apartment. It was an actual mushroom. So the lady comes back, like the maintenance lady comes back probably like a week or two later. And she's like, oh, the lady downstairs is complaining about a leak, so there's something still going on. So you're telling me you didn't fix it the first time. That's what you're telling me. And that there's gonna be more mushrooms trying to pop up. Anywho's, it was very unnerving. I was very much ready to go after that. I could not wait to move out. I was like, oh my gosh, we got actual mushrooms growing in our apartment. Like when Ty and I discovered it, we was like, bro, what the hell is happening? Like it was a mushroom in our apartment. Moving forward to the next story. The other one isn't really like a specific story scenario, but there was this guy, his name was Chris, and it seemed like every single night he was always arguing with somebody. Like, we always heard him arguing probably like once or twice while we were there, and this would be at like 2 in the morning, guys. Like, they would be arguing, they'd be loud, it sounded like they'd be drunk, and like it would be like not even on like a weekend, it'd be on like weekdays and stuff, and I'm just like, bro, like, what is happening? Like, it was a lot. And one night, I'll never forget that Ty and I like woke up out of our sleep, because I think this one was actually on a weekend. We woke up out of our sleep because it sounded like a gun had went off. So we look and we're like, and all I hear is, Chris, stop it. And I'm like, are y'all like playing? Like, what is going on? To this day, I never found out, because as a true black person, true black person nature, I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. I guess what I did, I stayed right into that bed. I did not get up, because my mother told me, you don't look out the window. Don't look out the window. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna stay where I'm at. I'm just gonna lay my head right on back down. And that's exactly what I did, because eventually it ended up quieted down. I don't really know what happened with that situation, but like I said, that was not the first time that Chris was out there wilding. I don't know who he was or whose guest he was, but they needed to get him under control, because it was crazy. So there was that situation. The other situation, there was just a lot of drama in this complex that I just did not sign up for. I know Ty had told me about a family who got in an argument, and it was real bad, real loud. We had somebody get evicted, and her stuff was like literally sitting on the sidewalk, and it started raining, her couch. I felt real bad. I was like, ooh, yikes, it's rough out here. But yeah, they got evicted. And then let's not forget, the one night Ty had got off work late, and at the time we were still sharing a car, so I was up too, because we had just got home. So we were in the kitchen, and all we hear is yelling, right? Mind you, at the other apartment, we stayed on like the top floor, so we were high up, we could hear and see everything. So all we hear is, oh my gosh, somebody please help me, oh my gosh, please. So I go and like, we turn on all the lights, because you know, you don't want to be too nosy. And we look out the window, and it's this lady, and she's on the phone, and she's like, yes, I'm trying to get to 911. My boyfriend's trying to kill me. And we were like, what? Like, we just looked at each other like, what is going on? And she was like, yes, he just pushed me down the stairs. I don't know what's going on. And so Ty and I are literally like standing there looking at each other like, okay. So she's giving this guy's description to the police and et cetera, X, Y, and Z. And she's like running around just up and down the street, like pacing back and forth. And she's like, yes, but you have to get him. He's armed and dangerous and blah, blah, blah. I don't know what happened with that situation, but when she said he was armed and dangerous, that's what Ty and I tuned out. We was like, okay, we gonna mind our business, because we don't want to get involved. But we were a little confused because the police never came. They never came at all. I don't know if they didn't believe this lady or if this was like a regular thing for them. I don't know. She looked like she was fine. Mind you, the stairs that she was referring to are concrete stairs. I don't know if he really did push her. I didn't see nothing. I didn't hear no screaming. I told you I just heard her yelling and whatnot. I'm not saying she a liar. I'm just saying it was a little weird. It's a weird scenario because, like I said, the police never came, and eventually she just got in her car and drove off. And I was like, so do you like live here, or like were you a guest, or like, I don't know. The math wasn't really mathing, guys. It wasn't mathing. The next story is that we had a little bit of a weird neighbor. I'm not gonna lie. She was a little odd to me. She was a little odd. I'm gonna start with the first situation that made me think that she was a little off a rocker. So, well, not off a rocker, but let me explain as to why I thought she was a little weird. Anyways, so Ty and I are in the bed. Guys, it's literally 7 in the morning. 7 in the morning. 7 a.m. Okay, 7 a.m. All we hear is music, like blasting, like through our wall. Like, it sounds like it was playing in our bathroom, and at our other apartment, our bathroom was in our room. So we're just like it literally woke both of us up. And we're just sitting there like, oh my gosh, like, why is her music so loud? So I'm thinking like maybe she's getting ready for work or whatever the case may be, and maybe she'll turn it off at some point. 2 hours, guys. 2 hours. go by, and she is still blasting music. Not to mention, the second hour of this situation, like once it turned 8 o'clock, she put on one song. It's probably called Basically. I still remember it to this day. Literally all Ty and I heard for a whole hour was basically, basically. I never found out what song it was. I don't care to know. I don't want to know. But we started calling her Basically after that because, girl, like, do you love the song? I'm tired of hearing it. Turn it off. Y'all, it got so bad, right? Because at first I had the intention of going back to sleep. I was just gonna wait it out. I was like, okay, and then I'll go back to sleep. But she never turned the music off. Like, she never turned it off. So at this point, it's like 9-something in the morning, and I finally decided to get up, and I told Ty, I was like, look, I'm going over there, and I'm going to knock on her door and tell her to turn her music down, because, like, it's ridiculous. Like, why are you blasting your music? And then you have the same song on repeat. Like, girl, I get it. When I love a song, I put it on repeat, too. But the whole neighborhood don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear it. I get dressed like makeshiftly, and I go over there and I start banging on her door like I am a police officer. I'm bang, 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 bang. She does not come to the door, y'all. You want to know why? Because her music is so loud, she cannot hear. Bro, I ended up leaving a note on her door, y'all. I wrote a note and I was like, hey, can you please turn the music down? Because we can hear it and it's extremely loud. Sincerely, your neighbors. I didn't even put my name. I didn't put what apartment number we were in. I just wanted her to know that her neighbors could hear her music and her basically song that she wanted to put on repeat. Drove me insane. Other than that, I couldn't tell if the girl wanted to be my friend or not. I mean, she would speak to us when she saw us, but she never like really held like a super long conversation or whatever. And then one time, this is why I said I think she was a little weird. One time, she came up to my job. And I know what y'all are thinking. Y'all like, Naimah, how does she know where you work? I don't know. And I don't know if it was a coincidence or if she was just there to shop. However, where I work at, it's not a place that you just come casually shop in, guys. I literally work in luxury retail. If you're there, you're probably there to buy something on purpose. Like, you're there for something. So she came in, and I don't know if she recognized me or not, because at the time we still had masks on, and I don't know if she knew it was me or whatever. And like, I looked at her and I was gonna say hi, I greeted her. I was like, editing Naimah here, guys. So I realized what I said did not make any sense. I greeted her like when she came into the store, like, hi, welcome in, like that type of greet. I didn't be like, hey girl, I'm your neighbor. Like, I didn't do that. It was just simple like, hi, welcome in. And she acted like she didn't know who I was. That's it. Like, hi, or whatever. And like, it's like she didn't know who I was, but I'm like, girl, I know you know who I am, because sometimes when I was walking into her apartment, I would still have a mask on. It was a weird situation. And then what made it even weirder was the fact that she never came back. Never. That was it. I don't know what that was about, guys, but that was another situation. That was the weird neighbor. Okay, moving on to the last situation. Okay, maintenance people, they were just entirely too weird for me. Now, I think I have some other videos on my channel about the maintenance situations and stuff. I'm not really sure. I will link them in the description box down below so you guys can go check them out. But I know I've talked about this apartment complex already on this channel, so I will link them. To sum it up, I've had maintenance walk in, even though like they shouldn't have been walking in, and they almost walked in on me full-fledged, half naked, might I add. And then, never forget, Ty and I were about to leave the house, and we had put in a maintenance request for them to come replace the light bulb, like little stove light bulb. And so they always took forever to come, and we never knew when they were coming. But okay, whatever. So we're about to leave the house, and right as soon as we open the door, there's a guy standing there, all black, Nike Tech outfit on, with a baseball cap. And we open the door, and we see him, and he sees us, and we just stand there for like at least like a solid 10 seconds in silence. And Ty looked like he's about to fight. I look like I'm about to fight, because who the hell are you, sir? Why are you at our door? And then he's finally like, oh, maintenance. And I was like, what are you here to do? Because I just wanted to make sure, like, are you really maintenance? Because we only got one request, and he was like, oh, to change the light bulb. And I was like, yeah, it's right there. So we just stood and waited for him to finish, but we were like, what maintenance person is in a Nike Tech outfit and not like the actual, like, you know, uniform? Very confusing. I don't understand it. And then, like I said, they definitely did. They walked in like quite a few times to the point where it got bad that Ty had to start locking the bedroom door, like, because he would leave for work before me. So he would start locking the bedroom door when he left. So that way, like, even if they did come in, they couldn't get in the room. Because what is going on? It's pretty much all the things that kind of happened at that apartment that kind of contributed to why we hated where we stayed at. We already started off on a rough note, so everything else just kind of like piled onto that, and we were so ready to move. Y'all, I cannot explain to you guys how excited we were when we were moving. When it was moving day, we were gone, okay? And we moved all our stuff in one day because we were ready to stay here and not at the other place. I was over it. I will link the other videos, like I said, for you guys to check out down below. I hope you guys enjoyed the story time. I was having a little bit of a hard time because I feel like I still sound congested. I'm still trying to get it out, you know what I'm saying? But I missed you guys, and I am still trying to stay on my Zoom. So make sure you guys leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Follow me on all my social media, which is always in the description box down below. Let me know if you guys have had some terrible apartment experiences. Like, have you had bad neighbors? Was the complex dirty? Like, I want to know the tea. I want to know the tea, okay? And I know you guys is gonna give it to me. So let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, with all that being said, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.
I want a chick that grind on a 9 to 5. Oh, she in them college books trying to get a rise. But tonight, I'm just trying to have a good time.